Hello, people. How are we doing? Good evening from Nigeria. Good afternoon in America, in Canada, wherever you may be watching me from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's your girl Kenny again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, I want to say thank you, thank you for the constant support. Today I want to bring you an information that will be useful to Japadians, to people that are already living in Nigeria. So this weekend I traveled to Lagos. I've been traveling to Lagos a lot because I have some projects going on and I have some more coming up. So I've been going to Lagos a lot. So I actually did my shopping in Ibadan on Friday. Yeah, but I was so lazy to go to the market because last time I went to the market, I think Akomolafe said that thing in one of her videos that if you think about the stress of going to the market and you consider the transport fare of to and fro, sometimes it doesn't make sense to go to the market. Just buy it in the supermarket and forget about the stress. So last time I went to the market, I actually spent 7,000 to transport myself back home with the things that I bought. So I thought about it that next time I was going, I would take my car. But at the end of the day, I thought about it that if I take my car, the place I'm going to park is a problem. Then if I finally find a place to park, before I now buy all those things, keep it in one place, I'll not be looking for someone to carry it to the car and all of that. I was just not ready for that stress. So I decided to buy stuff around me. So when I went to buy this stuff, I bought everything. I was removing my eyes from all those extra. But the place that was just the last straw for me was when I wanted to buy Gary. So the Gary that I would normally buy in the market for 500 naira for one Congo, they were telling me normal Gary in the around my estate was 500 and 700, and killer, they call it killer Gary is 1,200. I'm like, for what? That's like times 2.5. So I didn't buy it with no plan B. So I traveled the next morning very early. Then my sister told me there's a place about Gary in Lagos that they call the place Kara. So on our way to Lagos, we couldn't stop. So yesterday, my elder sister took me there. And when we got there, this market was not only good for gari, rice, or all those things, down to your pepper, down to seasoning, down to anything you think of. Crayfish, smoked fish, dried fish, down to your spices, anything you can think of. The only thing my sister told me not to dare in that market is meat. But let me use tomatoes for example. The tomatoes I bought for 3,000, and my sister even told me that if we had gone earlier, that would have bought that tomato 1,000 per basket. That means we would have bought it for 2,000 because we bought 2 baskets for 3,000. I can bet it to you that I will buy that tomatoes around the neighborhood or in Ibadan or even in Lagos. You will buy it for 8,000. So that's like more than double. The rice that they sell 85,000 with, I beg, you buy for 75,000 in that market. So just imagine you're buying a lot of things in bulk: onions, rice, granite oil, palm oil, pepper, seasoning, all those things. Imagine you're buying everything you would need for the next 3 months or 6 months. That means you'll be saving close to 100,000 naira in that market. So I just let me put that information out there. It might be helpful for somebody. So what I really want to talk about today is what I saw. And before I go into that, I want to also preach a little bit to those people who like to hold on. You see, there are some things you will do, and at the end of the day, you just realize that this is a bad business. And instead of holding on, trying to spend more to survey that business, I think walking away is sometimes a good option. I've done a video about understanding when to let go. So if you're trying to save something and it's just not making sense, instead of it taking more from you, whatever it already took from you, just let it go and re-strategize, start over, and get your peace. The moment you're holding on, your peace is there, your investment is stuck. It's all bad business and bad energy. So, in a nutshell, I'm closing my fish farm. It didn't go well. Let me just do what I know how to do best, which is construction. So, I know I said I was going to update you guys about how it goes, but it's nothing about whether catfish farming is not good. No, don't get me wrong. A lot of people cash out well from catfish, but I've done a video on that and I explained very well why it wasn't working for me. Location is one of the reasons, and water table in my location is another reason. So, and I gave an advice that if you really want to go into catfish farming, make sure you have a swampy land that will let you do earthen pond. That's the best kind of catfish farming you can do. And if people with concrete pond or tarpaulin pond are making 20 to 30% profit, you with earthen pond, you will most likely make 50% profit. So it's a thing to think about. For me, I'm just tired of the struggles and I would just rather let it go. It's a lot of money that's gone down there, but it's okay. Money is not life. So instead of getting my sanity tied down in one place, I'll rather just walk away. So that is that. I saw something today and that is what prompted this video. The first two things I talked about are just by the way. So when I was coming from my I won't say fish farm, because one of my mini courts and the fish farm, they are beside each other because it's a very nice neighborhood, and I just like to be there because we're at the critical stage. We're finishing it up. They're already doing plastering. I don't want the kind of plastering whereby you'll be seeing trowel signs, and I just don't want drama. So I try to visit there as much as possible. So I went there today, and on my way back, okay, my car was giving me issues, so I couldn't drive fast. So that made me notice things that were going on around the road or by the roadside. So on my right, I just saw this guy with his phone filming, like doing video. And I'm like, what's this guy trying to capture? So I turned my face to the left and I saw this guy going cuckoo. Like, I used to see this in movies and I saw it in real life today. That somebody would just park their vehicle, come out of their vehicle, tear their own clothes, and start saying rubbish and just running mad like that. I saw it in real life today. And what really caught me was this guy had a girl in his car with him. And the girl also was out of the car. She put her hands on her head like, that sign of I'm doomed. And she was crying. And the guy was almost taking his pants off. And he was just going up and down the street saying all kind of stuff. His boxers already dirty. And you already know he was already sitting on the floor and got up and all of that. And I just got thinking that what is Nigeria getting into? What are these young people putting themselves into? I mean, all this Gen Z, these young boys in their 20s, early 30s, people have lost their patience. People have lost their tenacity, their perseverance. They've lost everything that preaches it go better. They've lost it. This one is not, back in the days, people would think that maybe the mother's rival, Orogun Iya ló ń ṣe, or maybe it's bad belle from the family that is doing him with juju. But these days, we already know what it is. Yahoo, ritual, this, that, putting your hands into things you're not supposed to do. It backfired. It is what it is. But I ask myself, why? They don't want to study no more. They believe education is a scam. They believe even to learn work is a problem. Back in the days that you see people at the site, the ones that are following bricklayer, the ones that are following carpenter, iron bender, all of that. These days, labor is so expensive because people are not doing it anymore. People are not even learning handiwork anymore. They just want quick money. They just want that quick money. I understand the country is tough. But don't forget, the country has always been tough. It has always been tough. When minimum wage was so, people were still saying Ilule, like the country was tough. When it was increased to 30,000, people were still saying the country was tough. Like, the country has always been tough. We've always had situations like this, like Yahoo, this, that. But in this present generation, it has become worse. It has become so worse that I just asked myself that what could be the reason? And I realized that apart from the fact that the country has become worse, we also have bad parenting these days. That's one of the reasons I figured out. We also have bad parenting these days. Back in the days, when we were being raised, if you bring something home that your parents did not give to you, they would ask you, where did you get it? How did you get it? If you live a lifestyle that was not matching up with your job or income, they will call you into the room and ask you questions. What are you doing that I don't know about? The way you spend money, the kind of car you're driving, what do you do? They will ask you all those questions. But in this present time, in this generation, the parents encourage it. They encourage it. You see all these 40-something-year-old parents that already have children of 20-something-year-old. They encourage it. You hear them say things like, you don't know what your mates do. Your someone that is not up to your age just bought his mom a car. You hear things like that. And what do you expect a child you constantly verbally abuse to do? A child you make him feel less of himself. A child you make him feel like he's not doing enough. What do you expect him to do? He tries to belong. He tries so that he's not bullied, even by his own family, not to talk of by outsiders. I think people need to do better, especially parents. They need to do better. It's just surprising that most of these parents, they were raised well, but some people just throw away the morals they were raised with, thinking that the world is evolving and they should evolve with the world. If the world is evolving, you have to be careful what you throw away and things you pick up. There was a day I saw something that was disgusting on somebody's WhatsApp status. 2 kids, boys, little kids. These boys cannot be more than 4 and 5. It cannot be more than 4 and 5. It dey lick in fellow boy back. Dey lick in fellow boy back. It was disgusting. I could not just imagine it. And the only thing that could come to my mind was, I don't think this boy caught somebody doing it. I don't think he only witnessed it. I think he's been a victim. That was all I could think about. I think he's been a victim. They've done it to him. That was all I could think about. I mean, the way the world is messed up now, you think all these things are only abroad? No. It's here in Nigeria. Nigeria of nowadays is not the type that we grew up in, that you go and leave your child with a neighbor or you leave your child with one family members. No. It's just that back in the days, people didn't speak up. People did not speak about it. It happened. It happened. There are people older than me that they went through their own father doing something with them or their own uncle doing something with them, but they didn't talk about it. I'm always conscious about all these things, and I'm so careful who I leave my children with. I'm always very careful. So why am I doing this video? We need to come to the consciousness that we are doing too much copy. Our culture is eroding and it's messing us up as a nation. It's messing our children up. It's messing our integrity up. It's messing everything we ever represented. It's messing it up. You see, if people go with the crowd too much, you get lost in the crowd. You get lost in the crowd. Because the fact that Nigeria is the most traveled, Nigerians now are the most traveled people in Africa. It's messing up our culture up. It's messing us up. Nigeria is one of the very few countries that they are losing their language. You see people, Yoruba, they will tell you, my child does not understand Yoruba. You think that is a thing to be proud of. I'm Urobo. Yeah, my child, she doesn't understand Urobo. Fine, but at least she understands her father language. Since Sarah got to Nigeria, she has only spent 2 months. Her Yoruba has become more fluent. Because back in the US, I will never come down. Should I call it come down or come up to your level because I have one Americana in my house? No, I won't. I will speak my raw Nigerian accent. You have to understand it as my child. I'm not going to change to your American accent because I will form for outside and still form in my house for my own child. No. That's why even in America, she has both accents. If she wants to speak at home, she uses her Nigerian accent. If she wanted to speak to her friends outside, she switched to American accent. So when she came to Nigeria, she spoke American accent for a little bit, and she saw that people were not like they were making jest of her, but mimicking her. It made her feel a kind of uncomfortable. She had to switch to Nigerian accent. If you thought to say her now, you won't even know she just came back from America. Apart from switching to Nigerian accent, the way she's picking up Yoruba, you can't gossip in her presence. Apart from understanding it, she speaks it more. Once her sister starts smiling or laughing, she'll be like, orere. Once she starts crying, kilode, you hear simple Yoruba like that, she starts speaking it. Ebin pamio, all those kind of things. I will rate her Yoruba like 80/100 compared to kids that were born abroad like her and of her age. There's nothing we want to use all this forming for. There's nothing. No matter how you try to form accents, Oyibo will still ask you, where are you from? They will still ask you, where are you from? Okay, all this, somebody's child has just gone mad now. How would they even be proud of that? And to those ones that your child has not yet gone mad, they are bringing you gifts, they are bringing you car. One day it go cast. Me too, I don't live small for this world. and I have seen the end of the wicked. I have lived to see it. At least let me remove the time that I did not have sense of what is going on around me. At least for up to 28, 30 years, I have seen how the wicked ended. So we need to do better. As parents raising kids, it starts from now. It starts from when they are babies. We have to raise them right. And children, you grow up, you become adults. The rights they have put in you, you choose to throw it away because you want to move with the crowd. I always ask people, when you are terrible, what do you teach your child? Is it that terrible attitude in you, or the right one you have held on to? I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to share what I saw and call us back home so that we can be conscious of how we are destroying our own culture, our own nation. Now we're putting the country out there in a bad light, bad image. We forget that each and every one of us makes up Nigeria. I'm Nigerian, you are Nigerian. Everything I do, wherever I go, people will see me as a representative of Nigeria and say, this is how Nigerians are, based on how I treat them. The same thing, even within our own country, the way we treat each other speaks a lot. And that is what makes us come to the conclusion that Nigerians are good, Nigerians are bad. They are ritualists, they are Yahoo people. Bro, sis, Nigeria knows a bit scam reach some countries. If I start mentioning countries that will carry first, second, third, fourth, even before they count Nigeria, you'll be amazed. But we are too loud. We are loud. We are too loud. Whatever we learn, if we just learn something tiny from one country like this, the way we blow that thing, the way we fan the fire of that thing, it will start burning. You would think we are the originator of those things. If it's something good, then we'll applaud it. But bad ones, please, let's choose what we bring home, what we learn. And I want to bring this video to a close. Kindly comment what you think. Share it with everybody you think needs to see it. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye.